Welcome to Similar Movies Database. Today we are sharing the list of the best movies like Fight Club. Shutter Island. The impossible escape of a brilliant murderers brings United States Marshal Teddy Daniels and his new partner to a Chief Hospital, a fortress-like insane asylum located on a remote, windswept island. The woman appears to have vanished from a locked room, and there are hints of terrible deeds committed within the hospital walls. As the investigation deepens, Teddy realizes he will have to confront his own dark fears if he hopes to make it off the island alive. Black Swan. Nina is a ballerina whose passion for the dance rules every phase of her life. When the company's artistic director decides to replace his prima ballerina for the opening production of Swan Lake, Nina is her first choice. She has competition in newcomer Lily, however. While Nina is perfect for the role of the White Swan, Lily passions the Black Swan. As rivalry between the two dancers transforms into a twisted friendship, Nina's dark side begins to emerge. Lucky number Slevin. A case of mistaken identity lands Slevin into the middle of the war, being plotted by two of the city's most rival crime bosses, the Rabbi and the boss. Slevin is under constant surveillance by relentless detective Brikovsky as well as the infamous assassin Goodcat, and finds him having to hatch his own ingenious plot to get them before they get him. A Beautiful Mind. A human drama inspired by events in the life of John Forbes Nash, and in part based on the biography A Beautiful Mind by Sylvia Nazar. From the height of notoriety to the depths of depravity, John Forbes Nash experienced it all. A mathematical genius, he made an astonishing discovery early in his career and stood on the brink of international acclaim. But the handsome and arrogant Nash soon found himself on a painful and harrowing journey of self-discovery. Snatch. A legal boxing promoter Turkish convinced gangster Brick Top to offer bets on bare-knuckle boxer Mickey at his bookie business. When Mickey does not throw his first fight as agreed, an infiltrated Brick Top demands another mass. Meanwhile, gangster Frankie Four Fingers come to place a bet for a friend with the Brick Top bookies as multiple criminals converge on a stolen diamond. Then Frankie has come to London to sell. Memento. Leonard is tracking down the man who raped and murdered his wife. The difficulty, however, of locating his wife killer is compounded by the fact that he suffers from a rare, untreatable form of memory loss. Although he can recall details of life before his accident, Leonard can remember what happened 15 minutes ago, where he is going, or why. The Sixth Sense. Young Cole Sear is haunted by a dark secret. He is visited by hosts. Cole is frightened by visitors from those with unresolved problems who appear from the shadows. He is too afraid to tell anyone about his anguish except child psychologist Dr. Malcolm Groove. As Dr. Groove tries to uncover the truth about Cole's supernatural abilities, the consequences for client and therapist are a jolt that awakens them both to something unexplainable. American Beauty. Leston Barnham is a gainfully employed suburban husband and father. Fed up with his boring, stagnant existence, he quit his job and decides to reinvent himself as a pot-smoking, responsibility-shirking teenager. What follows is at once cynical, hysterical, and eventually tragically uplifting. Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. Eddie convinced three friends to pool funds for a high-stakes poker game against local crime boss Hatchet Harry. Harry cheats and Eddie loses, giving him a week to pay back £500,000 or hand over her father's pub. Desperate, Andy and his friends wait for the narboss to rob some drug dealers, then rob the robbers in turn. After boss shifts, the number of interested criminal parties increases, with the four friends in dangerously over their heads. American History X. Living a life marked by violence and racism, neo-Nazi Derek Wynyard finally goes to prison after killing two black youths who tried to steal his car. Upon his release, Derek vows to change his ways. He hopes to prevent his young brother, Danny, who idolized Derek, from following in his footsteps. As he struggles with his own deeply ingrained prejudice and watches their mother grow sicker, Derek wonders if his family can overcome a lifetime of hate. The game. Nicholas Van Norton is a successful banker who keeps mostly to himself. When his estranged brother Conrad returns on his birthday with an odd gift, participation is personalized, real-life game. Nicholas reluctantly accepts. Initially harmless, the game grows increasingly personal, and Norton begins to fear for his life, as he eludes against from the mysterious game's organizers. With no one left to choose and his money gone, Orton must find answers for himself. 7. When retiring police detective William Somerset tackles a final case with the aid of newly transferred David Mills, they discover a number of elaborate, grisly murders. They soon realize they are dealing with a serial killer who is targeting people he thinks represents one of their 7 deadly sins. Somerset also befriends Mills' wife, Tracy, who is pregnant and afraid to raise her child in the crime-riddled city. Are there any we missed? Let us know in the comments.